And this is the perfect timing for me to introduce the sponsor section of today's episode. Is another feature of FeedHive. As you know, Simon, the founder of FeedHive, has been sponsoring this podcast, and we have already spoken about two very interesting features of FeedHive. We spoke about the composing feature and the social inbox. You can find the sections where I speak about those features and how they can help you on YouTube. I have multiple sections there. But today we are going to speak about the analytics. Let me just say that FeedHive, for the ones that do not know, is a social media scheduler that helps you with basically managing all of your social media accounts. And I mostly use it for Twitter. I have multiple accounts on Twitter. I have one for this podcast, another one for the community, and my personal Tiago WBE one. And I can manage all of them through FeedHive. I also have it connected to my LinkedIn, but I'm not very big on LinkedIn. So I want to speak about analytics. FeedHive offers you a very intuitive dashboard that allows you to have an overview over the posts and the content that is working, and allows you to use your Twitter or whatever social media you're using more productively. So by opening the dashboard in my main account, Tiago WB, there are a few graphs that really help me to better manage my social media, my Twitter account. The first one is the follower activity, which, if you are familiar with GitHub and you know your commit history dashboard, it's basically the same, where it's kind of a heat map spread by time and day so that you can see where your followers are the most active. And I can clearly see that for me, it's between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. So this is really helpful because, first of all, it allows me to better understand the followers, the people I'm creating content to, and as well so that I know when to post my tweets. Then the other one that really helps me is a graph that shows me my number of followers per day. And this is helpful in two ways. First of all, it allows me to see how much I have grown. It doesn't matter if in one day I got 2 followers, the other day I got 5 followers. What matters is that after a period of 1, 2, 3 months, I can see how much I was able to grow and progress. And quite often, we tend to disregard our achievements, as at least myself. I never see the things that I was able to achieve. I always see the things that I was not able to achieve. So by checking out this, I can see that in the past, for instance, 2 months, I was able to grow my account by 100 followers, which is amazing. And as well, I can see the sections in time where my growth was faster, where I grew faster, my number of followers. And one cool thing about this dashboard is that it also shows you the number of tweets and which tweets you posted in each day, so that if there is a day where a tweet really made a change and made you increase a lot your number of followers, you can easily identify which one that was. And then last but not least, there's a really interesting and intuitive dashboard showing you your engagement rate per tweet. So you can check out your engagement and your impressions, and basically it shows you the top 5 tweets for each metric. For instance, if I click on the impressions tab, I can see that my first one, the one that had the most impressions in the past 90 days, was a tweet where interesting enough, I spoke about my interview with Simon Heuberg. And it got 8,000 impressions and 54 engagements. And if I, for instance, check my engagement tab, I can see that the tweet in the last 90 days that got the most engagement was the one where I basically speak about this podcast. And I say that 1 year ago, I randomly decided to start a podcast about my indie journey. And now Spotify tells me that I am in the top 10%. Again, as I told you many, many times, celebrating wins really, really works with Twitter. This one got an engagement rate of 6%. So this is really helpful because it allows me to see what kind of content people like. And if I want to focus on growing my Twitter reach and number of followers, I know which kind of content I should produce. And that's all for today's sponsor section. If you want to start using FeedHive to manage your social media, we have a discount for you. You can use WBE25 and you'll get 25% off on the entire first year. Links and codes and everything will be in the show notes of this episode.